So I like this as
Mm-hmm.
center pressure is moving left,
Yeah.
then right, a little towards that heel.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I think you get a little in your heels maybe.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, and just because as we can see the start,
Yeah.
center pressure right, center pressure left,
Yeah.
center pressure both, right?
Yeah.
And then just that dotted line being shifted more there,
Right.
it's kind of telling me that a little bit.
Yeah.
So those are the big things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where a good player,
Yeah.
you can tell them they're like, oh, okay, like you can't argue with that.
Right.
And then like how straight the line of pressure is. That's really good.
Yep. There it goes. A little more towards, huh?
Yeah.
Got there a little fast though, huh?
And so you have a lot of AP there,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You and so that cool like 3D look,
Yep.
and then as I'll be able to get the body tracking on
Yeah.
there when I think I get Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I love how um, the center the yellow vector
Yeah.
is leaning at the top.
Right. Leaning towards the target a little
Towards the
bit.
target. Yep.
Yeah. That means just recentering sooner than the
Yeah.
backswing ends.
Yeah. And so, like I was saying, like um, we need to get that one out in front of your center of mass.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
how we crank the moment arm.
Yep. And where would be the center? I guess the relative center of mass for?
Yeah. So, um,
Is it just like
so if we
between the
go
plates or not
to
necessarily?
so if we go to
Oh, okay. Oh,
this
that
is
expands
another
out.
guy,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So that green one being center mass, right?
Right.
So we need that to get out in front there,
Right. Yeah.
right there,
Yep.
and then that shoots through.
Yep.
And then, like I said again, I think I went to Wi-Fi over there.
Yeah.
So later I should be able to send you this one.
Yeah.
Your body tracking
Yep.
there too. But yeah, that's kind of where it will be.
Yeah.
So what I want to do
Mm-hmm.
is we can see this is a perfect example.
Yeah.
So you're really even on your right and your left foot.
Yeah.
At setup.
That's kind of what I've been. It's funny. So with sports box, so especially with driver, like with they call it sway gap.
Yeah.
I was like, and because I was hooking it, I was like, why am I hooking it so much? And then so both my pelvis, middle of my pelvis, and my chest were like right in line, stacked. And then so because of that, I'm reacting. I'm getting forward too fast. I'm not back enough. And then all of a sudden, then I try to back out to not get in front of it, and then the path goes in and out real quick.
So what I'm kind of thinking here. So
Yeah.
Is when I want you starting out, I think I want you probably a little bit more. I want you using your left foot a little bit more. So
Okay.
I'm
Got
gonna
it.
kind of talk about like these two
Yeah.
two bars here,
Right.
being lateral force.
Yeah.
And you're really even using both of these at setup. So that
Right.
means at setup, you're stretching the towel
Right.
at setup.
Right. Yep.
And so I want you to stretch the towel a little bit more with your left foot
Okay.
at setup.
Yep.
And then that's going to give you a little harder push off the ball here.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
And that's where I think this should happen a little sooner.
Okay.
Because then
the left to right.
Then the right will happen sooner.
Got it. So is
like,
it? You just say it's a little late.
Improve your
Mhm.
right vertical.
Yeah.
Right. Like lateral. It's really good.
Yeah.
But in theory, like this right foot lateral should give you sway gap.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
So I think it just needs to happen a little sooner.
Yeah.
And then you should then you should be golden.
Yeah. You know what? That's funny because I was practicing one time and like I have my usual because cause one thing I found is with the driver is that like tend to hook it. So and most you may agree or not. Most tour pros try to hit like a push cut because like they're a little more in and out, aim a little more left, push cut it kind of.
Yeah.
And so I was on the range and I know I tend to hit the toe and then that gets the ball to hook. Just the path goes out and out, right? And so then from there, I was like, what's going on? And then kind of like it was funny. The thing I'm preaching to my students, I'm not because I try to feel more pressure on the right a little bit, like get that neat, especially with the driver. But then if I'm here, then I can't push off the left as much. So then what I was doing is I was here, and all I did was kind of just push a little this way, and then from there, then coming down, that started it where when I come down here, now that can get me into that rotation look, but it's coming from the pressure going a little bit sooner.
Yeah, and with driver, like, you can create some of these pushes.
Yeah.
It's teed up.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yep.
And then like iron, sometimes like we might create too much push. We might create too much move off the ball. Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And so I think it's like, how do we start to train that lateral force in the sense of we're creating it with an iron, but we're not moving so much mass, right?
Right.
So like,
exactly. Yep.
So I think for you, that's where we need to train a little bit more left foot off the ball.
Got it. Yeah, I agree. Okay.
So,
does it go a little forward at the beginning, but just
yeah. I think it's more for you, right? You do these things.
Yeah.
I think it's more about timing.
Yeah, timing. Yeah, everything.
And
Yep.
trying to just
Yep.
create that a little sooner, but also like the impulse of that, the magnitude of that being a little bit a little bit harder of a push.
I agree.
A little bit.
I agree.
Yeah. A little bit more of a acceleration profile, and I think like what I'm interested is, I think when we put you on the towel and we do this, is that, like the line of pressure there might be a little bit more even.
Right. Yeah.
In the middle and the balls of your feet.
Yep.
Being like John Eisman always told me that this is how our feet operate.
Yeah.
Is that like these are tripods.
Yeah. Yep. Right? Stabilizers.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
Same thing, right?
Yep.
So like that's how we should be moving.
Yep.
And then loading. So like when we go in transition, right? We should
be right there. Yeah,
so
I agree.
That's where I'm interested to see if we can improve the move off the ball.
Right.
But then also get that line to start hitting
a little more diagonal
into the toe.
Yeah.
And it might not happen automatically. It might.
Yeah.
And then that's when I think we because I think you have the AP force.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
yep.
I think it's like, so that's why I'm like, well, I don't think you need to train that.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, how do we get there more efficiently so you can just kick in your AP and do your thing?
Yeah, right. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah. That's kind of, that little pendulum thing I created. That's kind of why I created it.
Yeah.
Where not necessarily, this is mass, not necessarily moving it because it won't swing.
Right.
But instead, when I'm able to get here, it floats off.
Right.
Yep.
And so, like, I think so. Let's come over here.
Yeah.
And you can bring your camera.
Yep. I hate to admit this, that I was once in your shoes, where I was scrolling on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok on the latest golf tip to help me improve my golf game. Did that work for me? Maybe for about a few days or a week, but it never helped me improve long term. So, what I learned and what you need to learn is that you need to know what your body can do physically, and also what your most optimal golf swing is to help you improve your golf game. So, how does that come into picture with me? Well, I will help you to understand your most optimal golf swing using both a TPI physical assessment to see what you can do physically, along with Sportsbox AI technology to help you to understand what your body is currently doing, and then also tracking the progress of specific parameters that we focus on to help you to improve your golf game. Ready to take action to improve your golf game on a long-term basis? Comment down below the word assess and let's get started. Should I put the club down?
Oh, no, you can
Okay.
You can bring your club.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're gonna stand right in those.
Yep.
Those footprints there.
Yep. Got my foot size to a T.
And then so let's start with club on your shoulders.
Got it. Yep.
And so we're gonna start by just stretching the towel.
Yep. So I set up.
And I wanna keep that line of that tension line really tight.
Yep.
And I want your left foot to work harder than your right at this.
Okay. So like at setup though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of pull it more.
So just like those that lateral force that we were looking at on right and left foot.
Yeah.
I want that left foot to be quite a bit higher.
Okay.
On the force plate than your right.
Got it. So with this towel, because I feel like I'm just like, because I feel like I'm yanking it this way, kind of like this.
Yeah. And I want the pressure feel from the inside of your foot.
Okay.
So like your knees are fairly internal.
Okay.
We're not rolling them external.
Right. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. That's
pushing that way.
Right.
Right.
Down to push down force. Yep.
Absolutely. Yep. So we're cranking it down
Yep.
and away.
I feel my glute medius is on fire right now.
Yeah. And so how I like to coach this.
Yeah.
Is like you hold that towel.
Yep.
So it's more constant. And then the turn here, we're just going to rotate our rib cage really level.
Okay, level.
So like I don't want that to go down too much.
Got it. Yeah.
I want to go a little bit more around that way.
Got it. Okay.
Around that way.
Yep.
A little bit more
level.
Yep.
I can get really side bendy sometimes too.
Yeah. So I think that's where you might get a little bit too much of that. Is if this goes down.
Right.
That lead shoulder goes down.
Right.
And that's where I see a lot on Instagram, like too much, where it's like you're like, this has got to go down. And it's like, whoa, dude, like you're actually now getting that.
It's changing the center of mass too. Yeah.
So like this is where I like to just coach rib cage.
Right.
Be like, okay, posture. Okay, keep that rib cage really level.
Yeah.
Now that's going to create some good depth for a person.
Yep.
Right. Good. Go there one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Go a little bit higher where this doesn't go down.
Got it. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the look. And so off the ball, I think for you.
Yeah.
That's really what we're like looking at. I was just showing you that for like your future students.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah.
Kind of nice little thing.
Yep.
But for you, we're really focused on that left foot working harder.
So should I feel more of this?
I don't know if you need it.
Okay.
But I just like that's how I coach that drill.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
And just like you're starting with someone.
Yeah, because when somebody they want to turn and get, especially if they can't turn, they'll try to get this one.
Like when I do the towel, I'm like, okay, those are your two connection points in the ground.
Right. You're staying.
Talks about our connection point on the grip.
Yep.
Well, right and left is how we control
our
body.
Stable center mass, and then just rotate around it.
Yep. And then so how I coach this too in order is like I coach the towel stabilize first.
Got it.
Beginner, whoever, even 20 years of golf, I kind of want to stabilize you first.
Yep.
Then I want to create pressure and movement.
Right.
So then you can create your momentum.
Right.
Your kettlebell.
Yeah.
I think after you've created the towel in the beginning.
Right.
Because then they can break on that.
Got it. Yep. I agree.
Then momentum.
Yep.
Breaks.
Yep.
And then that's my other John.
To create that impulse.
Thing right there is like, can we create some momentum and then break on that momentum?
Right. Yep. I agree.
And then that's how you create, everything.
Yep.
Obviously, really like that change of direction, lateral force.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So now grip the club for me.
Okay.
And now just feel that at setup.
Yep.
And then make a backswing for me.
Got it. Just my normal backswing?
Yeah, and stop at the top.
Okay.
Good. Do that again.
Yep.
Good. Open more.
I can feel it.
Good.
I can feel it.
One more. So what's different for you?
I can feel like, and I'm not even really trying to do it. When I feel like I'm stretching the towel a little more with my lead foot. Because of that, now it allows me to get off of it more. And I'm not, you know, because sometimes, like, what I'll try to do is, like, because I kind of did it with the driver, so I did it for the iron, was that I would have a little more here, but then if I'm already here, then you got to go back on and then get back off. So
it's almost like if we were going to, if me and you were going to race.
Right. Yeah.
And not comparing how fast we run or anything, but if we were going to win a race,
yeah,
and one person got to start off pushing off this,
yep,
right? Like
got it.
Go that way,
I
right?
agree.
Versus flat ground,
right? Yeah,
well, that person's at least going to get off to a way better start,
right? Yep.
And that's kind of the same thing. Is like I like to envision. I use these sometimes when I train also.
Yeah.
But like I like to envision, again, either this under my left foot or right foot, depending on what person or what
they need
you want this person to move.
Right. Yeah.
But I think for you, yeah, it's like how do we kind of push
Yep.
off that ramp
Right.
in the beginning,
Yep.
a little harder,
Yep.
little sooner.
Yep.
And again, I think that's the big thing there.
Yeah.
Sooner.
Yeah.
Is how do we do it sooner? It's at setup.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Because if I'm kind of like you said, because if I'm trying to get out the blocks, I start on my forward foot, then I got to go back, and so that's just time wasted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. I agree.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, you're doing it.
Yeah.
But I just think it's happening a little late.
Yeah. Yep. So should basically, I feel like 60-40.
Sure.
Okay.
And I think it's like, and it's different versus like just kind of like.
Yeah, mass. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
If we're applying that lateral force.
Yep.
60-40.
Yeah. Yep. My upper body's still where it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I like to, and I love that right there.
Yeah.
Is like, and I don't know, and that's your more personal to you as far as like, I don't know if you feel like you maintain the towel currently in your backswing like that was really good.
Yeah.
But that's what I want to try to do.
Yeah.
Out of the gates is yes that move, but also maintain that towel stretching.
Yeah.
That backswing.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes I mean when I get wayward, sometimes I could feel. Actually, you know what? I feel like, especially maybe like with iron, I guess I can kind of get away with it sometimes. But with driver, I know when I kind of feel that push, like I'm able to clear better. Like as soon as I don't do that, then if I wouldn't say I'm hung back, but just too AP and not getting that timing right. Then from there, then all of a sudden, then that's when I may back out of it, hit the toe, and then flip it.
Come look at this real quick.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So I know this is static.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I'm gonna show it through here. See. There we go.
So we got here, and then we're gonna jump on the plate here next.
Yeah.
But
wow, that's way better. Yeah, I see more down here, like more side bendy.
Yep.
And it's a little more stable.
And I think when that left side collapses too soon.
Yep.
That's also a problem too.
Yeah, I agree.
Where I think like the towel and stretching that and maintaining that.
Yep.
Helps keep all that up.
I agree.
And tall.
Yeah.
And then you can crank that AP.
Right. Yep.
Once you hit the top.
Right. Swing. I agree. I like that's more of a look like just looking at the wrinkles in my shirt. Yeah. It's more of a coil than this one is a coil, but it's definitely a little more bendy, and it's not as stable, like you said.
More loaded.
Yeah,
sure.
More loaded. Yep.
For sure.
Versus I'm turned, but it's not as loaded.
Right. But you're also that you're also left too. Like you've already run through the load here.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Left where, like that's you can just crank that AP.
Yeah.
And I can tell looking at I like to look at this is a nice little trick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You got your little stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could learn off you as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a little thing I got off of Coach Wansuk at Eisman Golf Academy.
Right.
And looking at kind of the angle of that he calls it almost like thigh bend.
Yeah.
And and how much that bends, right?
Right.
It bends here, but it also kind of has that collapse.
Yeah.
Where now that left side of the pelvis got to back up
and
out.
Yep.
And then again, that's just
that
one
creates
more stage.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just hypothesis here.
Yeah.
Is when we saw that your center of pressure kind of like hangs out in the middle, like almost like circles,
right,
and then goes left.
Yeah.
I think it's like almost trying to get out of that.
Yeah, I run out of room.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to get back.
Like,
yeah.
All right.
Yep. And then that's when the path goes right, and then hit the toe. Yep.
So more towel stretch out of the gates.
Yeah.
Maintain that towel.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah. No, I agree. Even well, I don't know if you ever heard Helix Golf Institute a little bit.
Yes, that sounds very familiar. Yes, yes.
So I was just something that I was noticing, even like the angle of this right here. Right. So between my legs, this one is a little, like you said, more collapsy.
Yep.
And then versus this one is like they call it like a shark tooth something, where it's more versus this one is a little bit less sharp, it's a little bendy. Yep. Even seeing the shape of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. So that's how I explain it, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Is that especially to like I don't know, like I say this to juniors and it makes sense. So always when that happens, I'm like, hey, that should work for everyone.
Right.
But I'm like, our legs are a tripod in our golf swing.
Right. Oh, got it.
And so when we even just like side bend or thoracic extension.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So like now, like this is maybe collapsing. This is collapsing.
Yep.
Now our top of our tripod's tipping
over.
Right?
You can't break either.
So we gotta stabilize our tripod.
Yep.
Well, we gotta keep our legs underneath us.
Yep.
And then how do we do that? Towel. Blah blah blah. Blah
I agree.
Right.
Yep.
So again, that's helping you do that. That's helping you keep center mass tall, in my opinion.
Right.
Too,
yep.
Where then it can go down.
Like
it should naturally do. Like again, you do some things already.
Yeah.
Right. Like, like I like this too. Is like I was at the PGA show shadowing a few different coaches.
Right.
But I really like James Lights.
Yeah.
He's like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was like, he's like, you don't have to tell, like, especially you get a good golfer in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell them everything that they do.
Right.
Well.
Right. Yeah.
But you have to tell them what they don't do well.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Is what that's what matters, right?
Right.
You don't have to tell them, oh, hey, you push out of your vertical this much. Like, hey, if that's an improvement, great.
Right.
And hey, if you got here and this is where you ended and that's what you're showing the student, hey, that's cool.
Yep.
Right. But it's like, oh, hey, your vertical's low.
Yep.
Doesn't mean you have to jump out of the ground.
No.
Right. Like,
yep.
That should tell you something. But like when you go, oh, hey, this is our problem. Our vertical's low.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, you better have a really good explanation next to
that.
Like that like this is what I want you to do.
Right.
That,
yeah.
Right?
Yep. I agree.
So because again, you can't just and maybe the only time is if you go, maybe with a junior, you go, hey, we need to jump.
Right. Yeah. Because they may not be able to create enough vertical force.
They're kind of they're sponges,
right?
Where you tell them and they're kind of like how high.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, you might be able to do something like that. Just
right.
Like, hey, I want you to kind of jump when you hit this.
Yep.
Type of thing.
Yep.
That might be something. Again, you could, but no one else.
Yeah.
So now I want to jump on the force plate.
Yeah.
Now I want to do that with same thing there.
Yeah.
Just while we hit a ball in the force plate.
That looks way better. That's great.